In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to play the game Railroad Robbers by Logic Mills. So for this game, you can have 2 to 4 players, and because this is such a very visual game and it requires a lot of space, I'm just going to be setting it up for 2 people. Now, here's the thing about this game is that you can really vary how big you want it to be, and in a sense that means how many different components there are. If you want it to be a little bit more complicated, you can have it use all of the cards, or if you have 4 people. So if you have 4 people, I would suggest using all of the cards, but if you just have 2, or if you want the game to be easier, I'm just using 4 sets. So by 4 sets, well, over here you'll see that they're just more of different cards, but I'll explain to you the 2 different types of cards. We have cards that have blue on them over here, and they go in the center, and you have red cards or orange cards that will correspond to the cards in the middle. So we have 1 sign here, then we have 2 signs, we have 1 conductor, then 2 conductors. So there's 1 of the type in the middle, and then 2 of them around the outside in a ring. Then you're going to have the players sit around this in a circle. So these are the main components. We also have the character components. So each player will then get 1 of these, as well as 3 little point counters, so these guys. But as I said, I'm just playing with 2 people, so I'm just going to use 2 people's worth. Now to set up for this game, you're going to have these cards down in the middle, and randomly, without anybody knowing, you're going to place them face down. Next, you're going to randomly distribute these orange cards around the outside, and then have 1 of these for each player. Then you're going to place them a bit of a ways apart, and then give each player 3 of these. These will sit with them, and they don't need to go onto the board. So let's say I'm 1 of the players, I will play with this, and the other player will be sitting over here with these 3. And if it's my turn, I will start by picking up 1 of these cards. Now in this game, I want to collect all of the other players, or I want to collect 3 more of these from any other player. In this case, it will be this player, but if we have more people, then you can collect like 2 from this player, 1 from that player, so on and so forth. The way that I move and I collect these is by trying to pick out the card here that matches the one in front of my character. We're all going to move in a clockwise direction, so in this case my character is here, I want the gold. So I'm going to say maybe this is the gold, and I'm wrong, it's the end of my turn, it's the next person's turn. So this player wants the sign, they will then guess, no, that's wrong, moves on. Let's say that it's my turn again, and I get it correct. So here's the gold, I move forward 1 space. If I get it correct, I close this back again, and I can keep opening. So train, let's just say I get the train again. Here we go, then I'm correct, I keep moving, and let's say I get the conductor correct, and I'm here, and it's still my turn. Then what happens is the card that I'm hoping to flip open now would be the one in front of the player that is sitting here. So if I'm yellow, I will want to open up the sign. So let's say I open up this, and I'm correct. I will then move here, and I get to take 1 of their little chip counters. So that's a point for me. Now I may keep going and flipping open, so gold, conductor, and at any point when a player gets it wrong from flipping it open, then it is the next person's turn. Let's say that if I got it wrong, this one jumps in front of me, they get gold correct, then they take 1 of mine. So these little chips or points will be continuously swapped and changed throughout the game. Now here's the second way to play it. All the mechanics of it will be the same, it's just before the game starts, you're going to have these open in the correct position that they will be when they're face down. And then, with the players, you're all going to try and come up with memory links or ways to remember or connect these 2 together. The way that it works is you're going to connect 1 to the next one. So when you create the link, you need to create something really weird and funny. So let's say I have a block of Swiss cheese, and it looks just like a gold bar. So it's really rectangular and maybe it's a little bit sparkly. And so then this conductor, or this man that has the world's, or the Guinness World Record for the most cheese in the world, or eating the most cheese, then tries to eat this one. So I've created the link between these two. Then I will move on to create a different link between just these two, and then just these two, and that will be the end. So this is my starting one, and it will go around to connect all the way to here. Now remember, links cannot connect three together, or it cannot be a link that was used previously. So I wouldn't want to say that this was made out of cheese, because I would start to relate it back to this one. So it needs to be something completely different, something completely weird, or invoke emotion. Then once we've created that, we then flip it back over in the right spots and do the game all over again. And then you'll see if creating the links in the beginning helped remember where the cards were. And remember, you can always put in more cards, make it a little bit more difficult. You can change how many points are needed if you want the game to be a little bit shorter, but that's how the game works. Thank you.